I still bloody hate that thing, by the way. Okay, I've had an awesome time in Utrecht. The hostel was very good, significantly less snoring than usual, so that's good. Right, let's go to The Hague. Completely the wrong end of the platform for this train. Okay, we're in. I could do some proper work, by the way, but have you seen this table? That is not the table to do homework on, so instead, Potterwatch time. Alright, in The Hague. Time now for the traditional cobble challenge where I try and get this bag to my hostel with the minimal hassle possible. It usually doesn't work. Here is a very niche observation, by the way, that may or may not make it into the final vlog. I did end up buying the Harry Potter audiobook, but you can't get it on Audible, which is where I normally buy my audiobooks. This is very windy, by the way. So I just put it on Pottermore instead. Advantage, that means you just get it as an MP3, which means you can just throw it onto Spotify in your own library or Google Music or whatever. Disadvantage, that means that you can't use the Audible player, which means it doesn't remember where you are through the book. So if you start to play it again, you have to start from the start of the chapter. Advantage though, that means that if you are going to read it, you have to read the entire chapter all at once. Or it's a right hassle. You have a good incentive to do that. I'm not sure whether I like this system or not, but it does mean that I did a whole chapter just out on the train, which was cool. Jesus Christ, it's windy here. Kan ik... nee. Mag ik? Ah, you don't? Okay. Okay, so Jessica, the Italian there, not the Dutch lady, just told me that apparently you can't check in there for another couple of hours. So I'm gonna go and have a wander around The Hague and try and get some shots of The Hague looking pretty. I've timed this coffee stop perfectly, by the way. Take a look at this. God, it really is awful. Okay. You know what, let's just stay here and talk about Harry Potter for a bit, because I can do that when it's raining, that's fine. So the reason that I love this, and I love generally stuff like this, is that it's just such a good way to learn languages, because it doesn't really feel like you're working, you know, it feels much more like you're just kind of having fun and, like, you know, reading a nice book or watching a nice film or something like that. But yet you still get to feel really clever, and you still get to have that sort of aha moment when a sentence kind of clicks, and then suddenly you get to, you know, feel like you're amazing at languages, even though it's written for, like, you know, 10-year-olds or whatever. I remember when I first started reading in German, and the first book I read in German I think was The Hobbit. To this day I think that if you're reading something about elves and goblins and the things that are set in medieval times in the woods, then German is just the best language to read that stuff. But then if you start taking that approach, you also start to watch films and things like that. I remember watching the Hoi Den Haag all the time, because that you can get that on ZDF with the subtitles and stuff. And I remember graduating from the Hoi Den Haag, which has subtitles, to Jan Böhmermann, which is probably a bit more interesting, but doesn't have any subtitles, so you have to, like, really be able to do it, you know? And it was really cool, and I felt so much more connected to, like, what was going on in Germany and the sense of humour, and you just open so much more culture when you start investigating stuff in other languages, you know? But anyway, I've been thinking about defining a goal for this trip, other than just to learn as much as possible in 20 days, and I do keep on coming back to that idea of being able to read or watch something. I'd love to be able to get back to the UK, and then wherever I go after that, and have, like, a Dutch TV series on my computer or something. I don't know, that would be nice. Anyway, this weather is absolutely awful, and I'm just going to hide here and have coffees and read this book until it's time to go back to the hostel. So for now, I think this is unfortunately going to be my introduction to The Hague now that I'm here. So I'm going to leave you with rainy Hague and, well, nice warm coffee shop. This is very pleasant. But look, I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to have a wander around the city, go and do some culture stuff with my museum card, see what we've got. Yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Remember to subscribe. Catch you tomorrow. I'm absolutely loving this, by the way. Oh, Potterwatch fans, he's just started to get letters saying that he's a wizard. Oh my god. Seriously though, it's really good and great for language learning as well. It's great. I'm picking up so many new words.